What did it feel like the day that you got your star?
Exhilarated. Exhilarated and quite frankly, almost overwhelmed because, yeah, I realize the significance of it, and I also realize the penalties that would go with it. But just to be able to say that you kicked down another door was a sense of great satisfaction.
What penalties did you expect?
The penalties, by virtue of now, you thought you were in the center of attention. Now just wait and see, my friend, because it's really going to start. And whereas you thought you could perform before, now you must perform. The limitations or the limitations of failure that I had established for myself before, knowing full well you can't always win, had become severely limited. It was a historic first, and that I had to tighten my parameters even more so than before.
Give me a sense of the kinds of some of the things that stand out in your mind, incidents, relationships, whatever, from that early period after you got that first star.
It's sort of a blur. I received my first star in 1978. I was stationed then in Okinawa, and I received my third star in 1986 and retired in 1988. So for that 10-year period, it was not only the need, the requirement to perform, but I was the only black general in the Marine Corps during that 10-year period. Each step along the way became easier. I have to put it that way. I became an accepted member of the club. I received a second star. I received a major command in the Marine Corps, which is another, it just doesn't happen that often. But all of my decisions were predicated on ensuring, one, that I was acting within the rules and regulations, and also that I ran a tough ship, perhaps tougher than I should have, just to ensure that we were going to be the best. It wasn't just necessary to perform, but to perform as the best.
So that there would be no finger pointing or whatever, because you realized that everything that you did had the larger significance of the fact that you were the first and only black general at that point.
And to avoid, you see, I told you they couldn't hack it.
But I think a lot of people would assume that once you reached that kind of pinnacle, that kind of pressure would ease, or if not, go away entirely. You've made it. You don't have to prove anything to anybody anymore.
Well, in terms of making one star, yes, but the ego associated with the general officer's rank, you want to get more than one star. So the war really starts. Now you're fighting the really qualified. That's just the way it works.
So that was as much about you as it was about the system.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-huh.